And we are live now. Hello, YouTube. We just saw a video that will be in the description of this video. And we're going to talk about racism. Okay, I will put the questions in the chat. Can you see all the questions? All right. And yeah, that's it. I'll split sharing room. And let me see. Yeah, 3 rooms. It's okay. Let me just send some things. Just a minute. Okay, so please be respectful and don't forget to present yourself first and to choose a leader to guide this conversation. Of course, you are not obligated to follow these all of these questions, and you're not obligated to follow these, how can I say, this sequence of questions. You can just ask these questions randomly. So yeah, that's it, guys. See you. Okay, see you. Okay, we have Ana Laura, Dalmo, Melissa, Luis, and let me change something. Okay. So guys, we are here in the main room. So I just presented myself, so I want someone to present yourself. Who can do it first?
It could be me.
Okay.
So my name is Ana Laura. I am 24 years old. I am an undergraduate student of biochemical engineering, and I live in São José dos Campos, São Paulo.
Welcome. And who can go next?
Hello, my name is Dalmo. I'm from Belo Horizonte. I'm 34 years old. I'm a doctor, and I'm glad to be here with all you.
Thank you. And next one.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Melissa. I am 20 years old. I live in São Paulo. That's it.
And the last one, Luis.
Hi everyone, I'm Luis. And I live in São Luís, and I'm here to practice English with you all. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so let's start. Let me see. Melissa, is education important? Yeah, that's it. Is education important?
Yes, it's very important because it's the base of the word, okay?
So let me ask to Ana Laura. What can happen to someone that doesn't have access to a good education?
So, someone that doesn't have access to a good education, first of all, I guess they won't be able to get a good job with a good, I don't know how to say, salary, I guess. and I believe that to be to have access to, I don't know how to say, other resources of, I don't know how to say it. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Don't say sorry. That's the rule of my meeting. You never say sorry about not trying to say something, and you can say, do not say sorry about that. I always hear that I'm sorry about my English, so never do it. All of you, never do it. Okay. So, Dom, do you agree with Laura? Do you have other opinions? What about you?
Yeah, I think so. As a person that don't have access to a good education, this person will not get access to a good job or the job that he wants to be in. And it can lead this person to go to some kind of situation that he don't want to be in, but unfortunately, because of all the structure of our society, this person will even this person will not have another options to be in. They will just be in that situation, or even a worse situation that his family raised. I think this.
Thank you. And what about you, Luis? Do you agree? Disagree? You want to add something?
Yeah, I do not have too much to add because I agree with you all. And I do believe that for those who do not have access to a good education, there is high likelihood of facing hard times, you know. And as Dom said, many people who do not have access to a good education today is because of the structure of our society, because there is today a lack of investment on it. And yeah, that's my opinion. I do not have too much to add because you've said all the things that is related to it.
Awesome. I want to add something. I agree with you, everything that you all said, but I want to add that education for me is like, how can I say it? Is freedom, is open your mind to many things. I mean,
Open doors.
yeah, open doors, many things. When I wasn't the same person I was like 2 years ago because of education. I learned so many things. Last year, for example, we had a really bad situation, so I could take a time to study many things, and it was awesome for me. And I'm not the same person, so we have all of these how can I say, these opportunities for of have a good job, for example, all of this stuff, get money from a good education, but we also have this self-knowledge, that we have. So I don't know, it is just something that I wanted to add. So let me see. Luis, do you think that education can affect racism? That's it. Do you think that education can affect racism, like negatively, positively? What do you think?
That's hard because the way that I see it is like education cannot affect negatively the way that we think or the way that we tend to judge or to pass judgment on people. I think the lack of it make us be ignorant, you know. That's my opinion.
Do you agree, Dalmo?
Yeah, I agree. But I was thinking about it in my school, in all the years that I was in school and college. This was never a topic. I never discussed this in the school. And the only way that I get this kind of information was a little with TV, but mostly with the internet. And so now I can see how today it's much more easy for everybody, even child and teenagers, get access to this kind of information. I don't know if nowadays this is a thing that's discussed in schools, or in some or in college, in areas that is not related to social things. And so this I think that internet and TV is even more important than school to change our thoughts and our... Eu não sei como fala preconceito em inglês.
Prejudice.
Prejudice.
Yes. You said something really interesting that I wanted to say, that the way that you are educated can be negative, talking about racism. For example, I will use the example that Damo gave us, that in school and college, he couldn't have this access to a discussion of education, for example, and these things contribute to racism. So I think that when we ignore racism, when we ignore everything or pass it to someone in a wrong way, it can contribute to racism. So I think, in my opinion, I think that education can affect racism in general in a negative way.
You mean like, for example, because the way that I am getting your point is like, I am a child, and the way that my mom or my dad is raised me may affect the way that I will develop my standpoint. That is what you meant.
Yeah, education in general. Education in general. I'm not, for example,
maybe
if you're, oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
If your teachers, for example, never told you about racism, for me, it is it contribute for racism, you know, when you never talk about it, because we need to talk about it, you know.
I got it.
Anna, what do you think about it? Tell us.
So I totally agree with Dalmo. I guess that nowadays it's much more easier to access these kind of informations and debates And but I believe that education can. I agree with something that you said, Bia, that the way that we are raised can also reflect on that, and or the way that sorry guys, I'm struggling.
No problem. Take your time.
So if, for example, it's not my case, but if my parents were racist and I grow hearing things that they believe, I probably would be a racist too. So I believe that education has these I don't know, papel, I don't know, this role of confronting it. If I had access to a discussion or even information, that I go get it, and I would like start to thinking, oh my God, it's right the way that I was raised. I get that I guess that I don't agree with it. So you can become to question these biases that are perpetuated. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a kind of critical thinking. That is what you mean, I think.
Yeah.
Damu, you want to say something? You raised your hand. You're muted. You're muted.
About something that Anna said, and it's my example. In my childhood, I had a grandma and grandpa that had I don't know if it's a lot, but some racist attitudes. And I was about 5 years old. I didn't know anything about racism, but I realized that something wasn't right. The way they treat black people different of white people. And that always disturbed me, but I didn't know why. I didn't know what could I do. And so I haven't no discussion in school, in family, I didn't discuss it too. But when I was about 10, 12 years old, I started to see on TV and mostly TV in that time, what was racist, why people did this kind of, or had this type of attitude with another people. And I don't know why, but even though I was raised in a racist family, I didn't became one. I even think that because of that, I became more interested in this kind of subject. And so I don't know, I don't think that's a rule. When you have racist parents, you will become a racist person.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. But I want to hear from Melissa. You're so quiet. What about you? Do you have
I am
something to
shy.
add?
I am very shy.
Oh, don't be.
Guys, I think the education is very important in this topic because the people uh, sometimes don't have open your mind for this topic. And so that doesn't mean people are intolerant when you're talking about this. And for example, I have two brothers. and I'm sure in that school don't have a discussion about this, and it's necessary to talking about this in your house, because there's respect to others, respect the choose to understand that. Can you hear me?
Totally. Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you. And now I will pass to the question 2 because I skipped it. Let me see. Anna, you use it to study in a public or private school?
So in how can I say fundamental? Ensino fundamental.
Elementary school.
Elementary.
Yeah, elementary. Yeah.
So I studied in the public school in my elementary, but on my high school, I did it in a private school, but with a bolsa. I don't know how to say scholarship of 100%. So I was in a private school, but I was bolsista. I don't know how to say it.
And you, sorry.
Oh, sorry. In my college, I am on a public school too.
Okay. And you, Dalmo?
In my elementary school, I was in a public school, and in high school, I was on private school, and college, public school.
And you, Luis?
Over my elementary school, I studied at a public school, but I got my degree from a private school because I did try to get approved in name, but I don't know why. It's like it's so hard for me because all the time that I've tried to answer all the questions, I failed because for me it's hard to and I think that's why I never studied at a public university like Federal University or State University here in my city. But yeah, I did my elementary school. At public school, and my college, it was done at private university here in my city.
And you, Melissa? Oops, something fell. Are you there?
Yes. Oh my God. What is the questions? Is the number 4?
No, it's number 2. You use it to study in a public or private school?
I use it studying the private school, but I'm public school in the college.
Okay.
Did you have many black? No, I don't have many black friends in the private school. When I changed the public school, I do many black friends, and I love this.
That's so nice.
That's
because
the point.
She's always realizing that there is an enormous gap between the number of people who are inserted into private schools in comparison to the number of people who are inserted or studying at public schools. That's nice.
Yes, yes. It's totally different, né?
Definitely. Yeah, she answered the next question from the number 2. That is, did you have many Black friends there in your school? And you don't need to answer that. Just think about it. Think about this difference of private school and public school, and answering this question in your mind. Of course, we all know this answer. We will probably have the same answer here. So because of that, I will go
Yeah.
to, oh, say.
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
So you were talking about the difference of the presence of Black people in private and public school, but I was so impressed with when I get in my college because it's a public university. But in my, I don't know if is the class, a turma toda, todos os ingressantes. It was 200 people, and it was only one person that was Black, and it was in the public school. You get to pass to the vestibular. I don't know how to say it, but it's supposed to be more accessible to these people, and they actually don't. And
You know what? That's because the majority of people who have money or the way found the child put them on private school to get the best, education, so in the future they can be approved, to get into a public university. Because, for example, I participated, or I found um, my college, my university, and now I have to pay it back. And as you mentioned, you you see, a huge discrepancy in terms of, the quantity of Black people and white people in the university today.
Yeah, it is really problematic because it's exactly what we saw in the video. We have public and private schools. So you have money in one of them and almost no money in the other one, because the government doesn't want us to study. But okay, that's other topic. So we have money in one school and no money in the other school. So we have a good education and not a good education, a bad education. And but when we talk about college, it is something different, because it is hard to get in a public college, and the other one you should pay. So for those who doesn't have a good education, it is really hard to get uh, in a public college. So
Hey, Bia,
this person,
now think of the job opportunities. For me, it's been hard because there is still this kind of prejudice, when people like me leave a private university, and when we are, applying for jobs, you can see that one applicant, came from a public university, and the other, like me, came from a private university. And when the recruiter analyzes which one is the best potential or the good fit, to hold the position, which one will she or he choose? The one that came from, public university. I don't know why. There is,
Yeah,
there
definitely.
is, this kind of bias until today.
Yeah, definitely. When it is the opposite when we talk about universities, and yeah, there is a whole topic to discuss about it. And so I will, does anyone here wants to add something, or we can go to the next one? Okay. So the question number 4, we discussed it a little bit about it. Dalmo said a little bit about it, but does anyone here want to say something? How school helped you to not be racist?
It taught me to think that everyone is equal. It was what it taught me.
Does anyone want to add something? Nope. So in my personal experience, school helped me a lot because I studied in a school that were like a family, So they didn't treat us like a number. They treat us like human beings. So they wanted us to think. So they used to bring us to teach us a lot of topics that usually we don't talk about, and we discuss it a lot about it. They could skip lots of instead they teach us about, I don't know, atoms, for example. They skipped some classes to talk about racism, to talk about sexism. So actually, the school that I studied was awesome in my to grow as a human being, to be to have a, we said this word, so I forget this
Critical
word.
thinking.
Yes, critical thinking, that's it. So my school helped me a lot. So, but that's not something that happens usually, like not at all. Now, tell me.
I think it's a good thing that's happened nowadays. When I compare what was my school and the school of my friend that lived in the same decade with me, it was totally different what we are seeing today. This will never would be discussed in school, even more in a private school with no black people in the class. And now, even though the school don't want to discuss this topic, someone will want to discuss. Some classmate will want to discuss. Even he being black or white, he will want to discuss. And so there is no way to come back to before. This is a change that's happening, and I think in the next years it will be much and much stronger than today. And so it's a good change that I'm seeing nowadays. Even it's less than less than what we need. It's more than what we had in the past.
Yeah, I think it is changing. the way that I was educated by school was not the way that my parents were, for example, not at all. So I definitely think it is changing, but I don't think it is going so fast. Unfortunately, we still can see a lot of bad things out there. Let me see. Does anyone want to add something? Okay, so let me see. We don't have much time, so I want to ask something interesting. Number 8, Luis, what is your opinion about racial? I can't say that, racial quotas. Yeah, racial quotas. It's like racial cotas raciais in Portuguese. That's just it.
Oh my gosh, that's hard to answer. I can say that I'm in favor of it because don't get me wrong, but it's because we Black people of color, have suffered a lot, and we weren't treated equally. We haven't had the same access that you white people, have had to education. That's why I am in favor of it. And we can see today that some people try to fool, the exam, try to take advantage of it by saying that they are Black people, by saying that they are brown people, but they're white. Don't get me wrong, but I do support this idea because it's a way of making a kind of a sort of reparation, okay, man, it's like, okay, you Black people, you have to have a chance to do something good for you because we will treat you for a long time like animals, you know. That's why I do support this idea of getting racial codes.
I agree with you. I am really proud of. I study at UERJ here in Rio, so I'm really proud of. UERJ was the first one to how can I say it, to apply the racial quotas. So I'm really proud of studying there and it be the first one to do it. And I want to hear from Melissa because you're really quiet. Tell me, girl, what is your opinion about it?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I totally agree with Luan.
Luis.
Where Luan? So disappeared here. That's it. I'm so sorry because I don't speak English very well, so I prefer just to listen you. Just to listen you. I understand all the things, but I think it is better to be quiet in this moment.
No problem. Take your time. Soon you will be talking a lot with us. People are coming. I just brought us brought everyone.
Dalmo wants to say something. I don't know what is. But
what? You want to say something?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I don't know if we had time to discuss this because it's a long discussion. But I just want to say that I changed a lot my mind when I was studying to pass in the college. It was the start of the chorus thing. That there was that time that wasn't no chorus, but they were talking about. And then I was completely against the idea. I just think then, why? I'm studying so hard to get this spot in the university. Why someone else will get advantage of me? But when I start in the college, and 2 years after I started, there was the quotas happened, and they were bringing students with quotas. And we started to discuss this in the college. And I could see the other point of view, because when I was in school, I didn't understand why the quotas is important. I only see that was not good for me. I wasn't see who will be. I wasn't see the other people that need the quotas. I was only see my point of view. And when I could see the other person and understand why he or she needed the quotas, I could understand why the quotas exist.
That's awesome. That's why we have to talk about it to understand every point of view. And Diego brought us a really good thing.
Yeah. I need to go, Bia, because I'm have a job meeting right now. But this is the good news for all. I think that's a good news to help more our day. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank
Bye
you
bye,
for being
guys.
here.
Bye bye, guys.
See
Sorry
you.
for this, but I need to go.
No problem.
Yeah, I need to go as well because I have another meeting at 2. And I'd like to say that the conversation was pretty good. I think we can discuss is one class, two class, because the discuss about education is very good. Is I think I'm so proud about it. One day, a teacher appears in the consult and taught me so much in Portuguese, and then I could go high in my life. Thank you, guys. Bye bye, view.
Thank you. See you. So, okay, we have a really good discussion. I would just do something because otherwise I will forget. Wait just a minute, my computer just stopped, but yeah, it is okay now. We have every social media here. Oh my god, what is duplicated? I don't know, but okay. We have all social medias of TnT here. We have even the podcast TnT that we have there, some of the best meetings. And we have the podcast Show do Aprendizado that there is to talk in Portuguese about the learning process. So we have everything there. And we have, let me do it. We have the feedback here. You will receive it in your feedback in your email, but we also have it here. So click on it and please give me some feedback about this meeting, about what you think about it. And I just want to say something for you to actually let me do. I will do it later. I want to ask, let me see. I don't know if anyone here wants to say how was this meeting for you, please be free to do it.
For me, it's been amazing to have or to cover this topic during all the meetings, during all TnT's meetings. And I'm feeling very, honored because I'm feeling represented. When you all are discussing these topics, and yeah, it's been amazing.
That's so nice. I'm so glad to hear that. The last thing I want to say is a question to I don't remember how can I say provocar in English, but to do it in your minds. Just for you to think about it. Of course, you don't need to answer this question here, but just think about it. During TnT meetings, try to see how many Black people you can count here, and how many white people. Just think about it. Let just that's it. Let just think about it. Think about the English. Think about the whole education. Just think. Yeah, to tease. Thank you, Aline and Matheus. Do you want to say something?
I think I saw 2 or 3 Black people, but I started yesterday, so my second class. And of course, a lot of people block your camera. It's complicated to see.
Yeah, definitely. But you can trust me. There aren't so many, and yeah, that's really problematic. But okay, that's just something to tease you. Thank you, Aline, for this word. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you all for being here. It's always a pleasure to be here with you to talk about many things with you.
Thank you,
see
amazing.
you next meeting.
See you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Answer the feedback, please. Don't forget.
Bye. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.